This is Thomas Azier, and you're watching What I Love.
My father wants the best for me.
This is a very good question, but it's very, very hard to answer because it's like the same kind of question is like if you go to an island and you can only eat like one dish every day, you know? But I would say lately what has been really nice for me to discover is sort of like really music like Serge Gainsbourg and like a record like Melody Nelson. When I heard that, the dryness of it, it really struck me, especially in a time now where everything is so overproduced and there's no more air in music anymore. I really thought that was very refreshing, and I fell in love a little bit with how the French arrange around the vocal. So you have the voice really in the middle, and all the instruments are arranged around it like in an orchestra, you know. And I think this record is a very good example of beautiful melody and beautiful arrangement.
I'm feeling super low.
I really enjoy a singer called Scott Walker. I don't know if you heard about him. He's a singer. He used to be in the Walker Brothers. They used to tour with the Beatles, and then he made his own. He started doing Scott Walker records, and I really love his records. And he still makes records to today. It's getting more absurd, and I think it's a really big influence on many artists. But yeah, I love his voice. His experimentation, it's really nice.
I wonder what's the best for me.
I grew up in the north of Holland, so there were only green fields and cows and everything. And I remember I had LimeWire, you know. I don't know if you remember that. It was like a download thing, you know. Like you could download like stuff like it was Emu and LimeWire and all that kind of shit. And I remember I downloaded. It was super absurd. I saw like there was you can see straight for kilometers. I was driving to school like 10 kilometers a day, and I had on my MP3 Wu-Tang Clan. Like I remember like a weird selection of music because I had no clue what I was downloading, and then I just had it on my phone or on my MP3 player. And Wu-Tang was one of my first things that I heard, which was very absurd coming from the countryside, you know?
I just need a little time.
Oh, I really enjoy the new Perfume Genius song. It's called Slip Away, which I think it's just very well produced, very, very well sung, very well written. Yeah, it's just a beautiful record I would love everybody to hear.
Trying, but my tears are dry.
That's a song that I written a couple days back, so I just can't get the melody out of my head. But yeah, that's usually how I write. So I get this melody, and then I just keep on going, keep on repeating it, and then at some point it's there, and then it's perfect. Like I have like the beginning to the end in my head, but usually that takes a couple of days. So that's what I'm thinking about right now.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
What was a mind-blowing concert that really... I remember I was going on tour with my friend Stromae, and we were doing shows, the very first shows of his tour, and I was supporting him, and I saw how he was building his live set. Like, he was a very smart guy, making little jokes with the audience, and every night he came up with new jokes. So it was kind of seeing a guy in the best time of his life at work, you know. So it was really a pleasure to look at him, and I think those were the best shows I've seen, you know, when they played Formidable in front of like a whole stadium, and everybody was like the hairs in your neck are standing up when you think about it. It was very special.
Tell me how you really feel.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, I have many guilty pleasures, but one song I love is called really good songwriting, but really cheesy, is I hope the title is right. It said, I Can't Make You Love Me. I can't make you love me if you don't. Bonnie Raitt. I Can't Make You Love Me. It's a very famous, I mean, it's a classic. Yeah, you know it when you turn it on, you're like, yeah, when you turn it on, you're like, really, did he say that? But yeah, I just said that.
Talk to me. Tell me what is...
To be honest, not to mention Paul, my friend Stromae again, but when he did the Formidable song, when I don't know if you've seen it, he's in Brussels and he's pretending he's like, it's kind of really smart, you know. And when I saw it, I was like, damn. So that's one of the best music videos I think I've ever seen, because it's so simple. The idea is very simple. It's really well executed, and yeah, I think that's one of my favorites. I think that would be Nick Drake, Riverman. The arrangement of the strings, his play between minor and major in his guitar, his voice. It's really sad though, but I kind of like sad stuff, so not sad. I wouldn't call it necessarily sad. Some people call my music sad too, which I'm always take a little bit as an insult. But no, I just really like the mood and the sincerity in the track and the way it has been recorded, the air in the recording. I love everything about it, actually.
Painkillers for my brain tonight.